Andrew.
Hi, Mike.
Morning at the Telecom 2.0 conference in London. Thanks for taking some time to get straight into what's the core mission of the company and the differentiator that your business unit's responsible for.
Yeah, so Infonova is owned by Bearing Point, and Infonova really is a software company, which is a different sort of mission in a way than a consulting company. So Infonova has been around for 20 years and has a number of customers who are operating business support systems. In fact, in May last year, we launched our latest product, which is a full Java end-to-end, multi-layer, multi-tenant platform for order to cash, which is quite a hot topic because, of course, it supports two-sided business models, which is where the Telco 2.0 conference here is focused on. How can telcos support two-sided business models and actually enable tenant operators actually have the use of their systems and assets?
Okay, and to boil that down, where do you sort of start and finish with your product offering within an operator's infrastructure?
So really the product is able to be used as a forklift replacement, but most telcos have got extremely complicated systems already in place, and therefore we're also able to deploy it as an overlay system to current systems in a non-intrusive way using wholesale interfaces, and it's been designed specifically to do both, so that an operator can deploy it over wholesale systems, be they for mobile or fixed, or PSTN or whatever else service, also such as content and media and insurance, and those services can be aggregated by a primary operating entity and made available to a tenant, and the tenant will run an order to cash process on top.
Okay, and can you give me some examples of different ways that the system is currently being used? Then I'd like to talk about some where you're heading with it.
So the system is being used in a couple of ways at the moment. We've got an operator who's actually using it as an aggregation capability and already are their own first retail tenant, if you like. They're actually about to deploy and stand up other tenant operators, which we can now fix. We've also got another operator which is interesting.
They're aggregating other operators.
They're aggregating other operators, so they're a tier 2 player.
Right.
They're also a TM Forum Excellence Award finalist, so they've got a very, very good impact and result. The other player is a bureau operator who, again, are aggregating various netco companies, but they themselves do not want to be in the business of being necessarily a service provider. So they're actually enabling other service providers to actually use their platform and actually improve their proposition to their marketplace.
Okay, and you've also talked about, or we've chatted where you've said that you're the Amazon of billing in the billing world, and that's sort of a future positioning direction and what that means.
So I think what's interesting about Amazon was that they had a business which was selling books online, and they realized that actually they had the capability to virtualize that and actually provide for other tenants such as Marks and Spencer's and Mothercare. And people wouldn't necessarily realize that Marks and Spencer's and Mothercare are actually sitting on the Amazon retail platform. And in fact, of course, Amazon provide those companies with a full fulfillment service underneath, and also with a complete order to cash tenant operating environment for them to actually undertake their business. And that's, I think, a very good example of the sort of thing that our platform can support for the telco world, because the telco world has a lot more complexity in the back office. And of course, telcos, unlike Amazon, actually need to enable their tenant operators to actually bundle various different products and services, probably slightly differently than Marks & Spencer, for example, want to bundle Mothercare's products within its own products. So the actual virtualization, use of APIs as an orchestration platform for multi-tenancy is a very specific sort of thing that the telcos and the service providers need to deliver.
Okay, so you fit into the middle of what I've seen presented here in terms of the Telco 2.0 type pitch. There's other buzzwords around SaaS and cloud computing, and do you throw any of these other ones into the pot, and where would they fit in terms of your strategic direction and offering?
Well, I think we've been asked by several operators whether we would stand up our platform as a SaaS offering, and we could, but actually it's not in our strategic direction, because we think that these systems are so core to what the telcos and service providers need to do, that to try and stand up one platform as a sort of SaaS or Salesforce type scenario is really not within the keeping of this industry at this particular point in time.
Right, okay. And cloud computing?
A very, very important point. I mean, one of the key things that for us was that earlier this year an operator said to us, could you actually put this in the cloud? And we said, sure. And within 3 days, we'd actually put it in the Amazon cloud. And what's interesting about putting it in a cloud is that any of the resources in that cloud can actually then be tagged and actually priced and productized for use by any other party, which means that it actually has a very powerful revenue sharing and monetization capability across any of the resources and assets that are actually then being used by any other party in the cloud.
So it's not the operator losing control potentially of the application. It's still their application in this case. They just have a rapid deployment and easy scalability.
Correct.
That's your
yes.
proposition.
And more importantly, they're enabling their tenants to have the independence and space and capabilities to run their own business, which is different to really what's been in place so far within the telco world.
Okay. And how do you go to market? What's your route to market as a business?
So our route to market is through multiple channels. Clearly, there are lots of very competent SIs around the world who have an extremely good understanding of the various operators' requirements. And what we want to do is to support them solve their clients, their customers' issues. So we have, of course, being a product with APIs and SDKs, we have a boot training for SIs to enable them to get into it. But since it's a Java-based technology with other well-known standards technologies, it's quite quick to enable a competent SI to pick up and actually use this particular product.
How scalable is the product?
So we haven't actually done end-to-end testing up to 6 to 4 million customers and users on the platform, but certainly the engineering team have said those are sort of numbers that they would say they could move to. Obviously, there'd be a journey to get to that particular point, but certainly supporting a million customers right now within one implementation. So we don't see any particular problems. And being Java, of course, it can work on any hardware environment because that's just the nature of that technology.
Okay, well, I think that's a good summary for me anyway. So thanks a lot.
Thanks, Mike. Good to see you.